My name is Skip Sims, Senior Vice President of Ann Arbor Spark. I also am the managing member of the Michigan Angel Fund and member of the Michigan Angel Community. It Takes Money is a series of podcasts featuring angel investors and experts who offer insight on how to invest in startups. In these podcasts, we'll discuss the many aspects of angel investing and why they're choosing to invest in Michigan. This month we're at the Ross School of Business at the University of Michigan, and we just finished a day-long venture summit brought to the area by Angel Pool. And Michael Price is my guest and was the ringleader of this particular event. It was very good. Thank you.
I think everyone enjoyed it. I've got a lot of nice comments.
You should have. So I'm glad to hear that. Tell us about Angel Pool.
Sure, it's an association of angel groups and accelerators. There's actually several out there. The leading one is probably the ACA, the Angel Capital Association. Many of the listeners might be aware of the ACA, and they do a fantastic job. And then we try to spot holes in the infrastructure where there might need to be perhaps additional effort or emphasis, and this is an example show of some of that activity. But we have a good time with it. It's all volunteers. There's no pay. Almost all the volunteers are angels. Many seed serial angels who've done a whole lot of investing, or ones who would be called super angels that might be running an angel fund of some type.
Right. So how does it function? Give us the practical elements of Angel Pool.
Yeah, the practical side of it is that there's several different pillars, but one of them is education, and so we invite some of the very best angel groups, not just in the U.S. but in the world, to share their knowledge. A good example would be, say, Reid Hoffman, who is the founder of LinkedIn. And many other leading minds far smarter than me, or they wouldn't be televised or broadcast anyway if they can't meet that low threshold.
Right.
They put their ideas out there, and we found them to be very open to sharing. Typically teleconferences, video conferences. We're not quite as sophisticated as you with your webcam system. Sometimes it's just an old-fashioned teleconference. However they would like to participate.
Right.
We'll rope them in. They're usually calling in from wherever they are in the world. It can be Reid's office in Silicon Valley to we've even had some calling in from Tokyo and Nagoya.
Right.
So just wherever they may be that day, they can we can patch them in,
so
and they can talk to all the angels and angel groups.
So if I want to jump on one of these, how do I find out about it? I mean, do I join the network? Or
a lot of the angel groups will let their members know when these calls are taking place. If you're a member of one of the angel groups who's participating, or you can go right to the site, and we've got a list of upcoming activities. So one of those two, or in many cases, for example, this show, you might get an email invite that might show up in your inbox, and in fact, that's probably how you heard about this. Unless David Brophy or someone else mentioned it to you.
Right.
And that email shows up, and Skip says, "Oh, well, that sounds interesting," and looks into it, and hopefully you really enjoyed it today.
Right. Oh, I did.
Good.
And more importantly, and this goes to the Michigan ecosystem, I think, and why we should not be a flyover state. We had 20 companies pitching this afternoon. And,
great companies too.
They were all investable.
Every one of them.
So that was very nice. Glad to have the program here. Angel Pool, though, kind of implies investment. How does that happen?
Well, we're an association of the angel groups and accelerators. So the angel groups are typically doing investments, into those companies. I think most listeners are familiar with an angel group. Some run a centralized fund where you join and you might pitch, capital in as a requirement of joining, and that fund makes the investments based upon the votes of the angels that constitute it. Others are free form and opportunistic. They don't, the angels joining the angel group don't make any commitment at all, really, other than maybe a small membership fee when they originally join. They go to a few meetings, and if they really become attached to a founder and like the idea and fall in love with it, then they might write an individual check directly to the founder's company, and everything in between. You'd be amazed at how many hybrid models exist out there in terms of angel groups and how they function. There are no hard and set rules and many different ways that
Well, I'm
these
glad
angel
you
groups
mentioned that.
operate.
You're right. There's a variety of ways. In fact, I'll often tell entrepreneurs that what they, just like if you're going to look for venture capital, do a search of the venture firms and make sure you're applying to the right ones. Angel groups are kind of similar too. There are angel groups that would have nothing to do with your company because of their criteria.
That's right.
And other angel groups much more appropriate. So do your research. We all have our unique nuances in how we operate our groups.
Yeah.
But other than these teleconferences and key opinion leaders and thought leaders to share ideas on particular subjects that you talked about, and summits like this, where you bring a whole community at one time, see lots of companies at one time. What about other deal flow? Does Angel Pool?
Yeah, now we haven't done this recently, just as a caveat to the listeners, but we used to do a lot of syndication where the angel groups is, let's say it's typical, early A or seed stage deal, and let's say it's they're raising 1 or 1.5 on a 2, 3, 4 pre-money valuation. And let's say that the angel group between their members, once they pass the hat, might be $800K, but they really wanted to raise $1 million, and they don't want to leave that $200K unfilled because they don't have, they've got some confidence in the entrepreneur, right? I mean, that's why they're investing in him, but they're not absolutely certain he's going to be able to go out, he or she is going to be able to go out there and get that additional $200K, and they would like to eliminate that risk. And so through syndication, we tie together the other angel groups near them and make them aware of that investment and that deal, and they don't have to necessarily make that drive from Michigan, Detroit to Cleveland, or from Cleveland to Detroit, or because everyone's busy, right?
Right.
But we can tie them together through a web conference, or a teleconference.
You'll do that.
Yeah, and they can tune in and listen to those deals that the Detroit guys and gals are about to do, and say, it's a pretty darn good deal, and Detroit's really not that far away, and we like it, and so we'll take that the remaining $200K, and it makes everyone stronger. It's a good source of great deals for the angel groups around you. Okay. It benefits everyone.
Yep. Is there a cost to participate or join?
No, all volunteers, no charges whatsoever.
Okay. And so to sign up, to get engaged, to participate, to take advantage of all your offers. And,
just join your local angel group.
Go to join your local angel group.
That's right.
And then it's the angel group that needs to then go to angelpool.
That's right. Most are members, though. So if you participate, in any angel group, you've got access to all the benefits and features. And if you're wondering what all the benefits and features are, you can go right to Angel Pool, as in swimming pool, angelpool.org, and look at the site, and that'll give you a good feel.
Okay. Excellent. Thanks for coming to Ann Arbor.
Oh, my pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Pleasure to be here.
Very much. Thank you for taking time to listen to It Takes Money. For more of our podcasts, visit AnnArborUSA.org/podcasts or MichiganAngels.org. Thanks to the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation for making these podcasts possible. And let me leave you with this from John D. Rockefeller. It is a mistake to assume that the possession of money in great abundance brings happiness. Pleasure comes not from the possession of money, but from the ability to do things for others, which brings satisfaction.